Hello everybody, welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion. This is round 7 of season 6 of our Open Wheeler Championship in Formula 3, and we are at Sonoma. My name is Gareth, and joining me once again in commentary box, it's the man who got fired from the Daily Mail relationship column for being too mean. It's Jules. How you doing, Jules?
Where does that come from? Jesus.
How's tricks?
Great. Yes. Thanks. You?
I've just broken my LOA mug and I am in deep mourning about it. It's the only mug I've drunk from for the last year and a bit, and now I need to buy a new one. As a reminder, you can find those mugs in the spring shop for the LOA. Taking a look at the championship standings then, Meren Hugevin, what a lead. He's got 269 points, and it's only Tour who is left to challenge him. There is Tour on screen, so it's the two teammates going head to head for the title. And looks like they already have the team's championship wrapped up as well. So an amazing season by the Wizards with all the wins so far, I believe. Is that right?
Yep, 6 out of 6. And Chur needs to finish ahead of Meren, really, at least in third, to stay in the fight.
Wow. So this could be the start of a fight back, or it could be game
the
over
final
for
nail
the
in the
title.
coffin.
Yes, we shall see. So, and we saw the A-team were in second place there, but as we see, a long way back. Let's take a look at a lovely slow-mo shot of Eric Piusi. He is second in the Club 1500 standings, behind Mark Innes. And the gap's a bit closer there, Jules.
It is. But no Mark this round, so Mark Piusi would be looking to make hay.
Indeed, yes. In the Californian sunshine. So let's talk quickly about Sonoma, shall we, while we wait for the team's championship for the clubbers to come up. A super hilly, tricky track with lots of blind corners.
I've never driven it.
You've never driven it? Wow. Well, it's a fan favourite of me and Dave's, actually, from Project Cars days, but it is a very difficult track. Done a race here in Formula 3 before on the proper layout. And very, very squirmy, tricky to do. Taking a look at the team standings then. So the Wizards Transmutation back on top ahead of the back markers. We've got a great duel going on between those two teams. QRS in third, Wizards Illusion are in fourth, and Blast Off Racing in fifth.
I think QRS would be up there if Sam had scored more than 1 point for them.
But Sam has reappeared on the Discord, so it looks like he's shaping up for a return in time. So it'd be nice to see him back, though. It's been
Just
a while
in
since
time
we've
for
had
Eric to leave QRS, I believe. He's been tempted to the Wizard stable on account of carrying the team all season.
But I've heard that Sam's been offering Mars bars to people to see if he'll come and join him in QRS. So we wait to see who's joining. So practice results. David Lyon, fastest driver. As I said, he does like this place. It's a 1:21.446 for him. Tourmalin in second, Rob Miller in third, and Meren all the way down in fourth. Look, but there's only half a second between those top four cars.
Yeah, still pretty tight once you discount Dave, who's an alien.
He is, yeah, but it's not a familiar layout for him. This one, he and I used to mostly do the short layout version. And this is just a weird version that IndyCar used, I think. And practice results for the clubbers. It's Nico Martel on top with a 1:22.8. And Chris Forrester in second. Great score from him. And Dan Hill in third. And then we got Eric, Dan, Troy Adams. Ooh, sixth place on his second F3 round for us. That's pretty good. And then Joe Barlow just behind him in seventh. Taking a look at the cars forming up on the grid then. And you can see that bit of a silly end to the lap there. It really annoys me, actually, that they're not using the full layout. So it's the A-team on the front row then. David Lyon from Rob Miller. Meren Hugevin in third. Tourmalin in fourth. Look at that, row by row. Then we got Michael Messenger, Josh Kanema from the ETM, the only ETM in the race, sadly. Nico Martel is on pole for the clubbers in seventh. Then Nathan Parker in eighth. Then we got Chris Forrester, Eric Piusi, Dan Shaw, Dan Hill, Joe Barlow, Troy Adams, Graham Bardsley, James Pepper and Dean Perry. So Graham not setting a time then, presumably looking just to take advantage of the carnage as he goes from the back.
Yeah, he often likes to do that, I feel.
Yeah, he really does.
GT3.
Indeed, yeah. So, red lights are on then. We're getting ready to race at Sonoma. A first visit for the LOA to this track. Green light, we're racing at Sonoma. Oh, one
Miller's
of the...
not moved there.
No, Miller did not move. And oh, gosh. It looks like we've had him. Someone's gone into the back of him. Who is it? Oh, Nathan Parker's round. And that's Tom Larin.
That's not ideal at all for his championship hopes.
Looks like the championship could be done and dusted then. So as they come up over the hill, and this is some of the super tricky corners here. It's David Lyon leading from Tourmaline. Josh Kanema battling with Messenger, who's gone round. So I think there might have been contact there between those two. Have to wait and see what happened. Is he beached? I hope not. Oh, he cut away. We'll wait to see if Messenger has been beached or not.
I think he's waiting. The last of the field has just got past him now.
Yeah. Dan Shaw into the lead then off the clubbers, and Martel battling back. He's on the outside as they come up to... This is one of those weird braking zones here where it just doesn't look like you're part of the track. It's such a strange layout, this track. I really do like this S's section, although this is the butchered version. They should curve around to the right there, and instead they drop down here into this very tricky little chicane. Pick up the main track again, but only for a short blast before they enter a really silly little hairpin to complete the lap.
So is it easier to pass on the main track? Because watching an onboard of Merrin practicing, it just looked like there's nowhere really to pass here.
It is. That's that final corner is where you should pass, really, and turn one, because you've got a much longer run. Oh God, we've got people around.
Oh, that's Tour again.
That's Tour, and who's he turned round? I think that's Troy Adams.
Yep, by the looks of it. It's
and
gone
James
from bad
Pepper.
to worse.
Yes. Troy going into the pit lane, and we saw Dan Shaw. We was saying Dan, I wasn't sure if something had happened to him as well. No, it was James Pepper, I beg your pardon, his teammate who is in the pit lane. There we go then. So Chris Forrester there.
Got a slowdown coming out of that last corner.
Martel warning of a slowdown.
It's like Malarin's still going, but it's put him at the front now.
Oh, so he's got to be a lap down then.
Well, that's one way to win. Well, he's still on the track. Normally you only go to the top when you tow.
Yeah.
There he is. He must have damage. He's been in 2 collisions. Yeah, he's pulling over.
Oh, what a shame. It's tight all over then. He's out. Or he's in pits. Oh, this is an absolute disaster. And we saw Dean Perry was red on the track map. There he is. He's just got going again. So, replay time on board with Rob Miller. And what the heck? Clutch failure, it must be. He's got the dual clutch, hasn't he? It looked like it just would not release on him.
It looked like he clipped Eric as well, so that's both title rivals getting collected by Miller there.
Oh, what an absolute disaster. And well done, Troy, for stopping there and recognising the dangers of keeping going forwards with a wild Merrin around, wild Malarin around.
Yeah.
And that was a replay of the name of... Here he is diving down the inside. Oh, and there was contact, and sends Messenger round.
A bit late there.
Yeah, that one's going to the stewards. That's a tricky little corner, that one. And then we see the incident Troy being taken out by a Tour.
I don't know whether Chill was looking to go in the pits there, but obviously he didn't help. He just went into the back.
Maybe, yeah, that's
Troy.
a good point. Yeah. So, on board now with Nico Martel. He's in second place, chasing Dan Shaw. There he is, just ahead of us.
Not going to get past there, showing the nose. You're going to compromise your exit.
Well, Dan just really clonked the curb, and it sent him way out wide and over the exit curb. Got to be careful there. That could be an off track.
I wouldn't know, as I say. I've not driven it yet. Speaking of odd tracks, I was doing the Jetta around Charlotte, whatever configuration was picked for this week.
Charlotte RC Legends Long 2018.
That's the one. It took me 3 laps to actually do a lap because I kept on going into the pits. I couldn't see where to go.
I did a Formula V race there a while back, and oh god, it was horrible trying to learn that place.
The other thing is, who puts a start-finish line in a position that you have to brake before you hit it to make the first corner?
Yes, yeah, you're literally using the start-finish line as a brake marker. It's mental.
It's like you compromise your lap time so you can do another lap.
Yeah. So
when you think you're on for your fastest lap, you just don't brake. You don't do your next lap.
Well, that's probably why you got a few tenths on me. Oh, look at that. Chris Forrester's just gone round. That's a shame. He was up in challenging him third. He's now dropping down the order. Oh, there goes Messenger back through on his recovery drive.
That's good news for Eric, who was in fourth. He really needs to
No
score
worries,
points
mate.
while Innes isn't here.
Yeah. And here's Dan Shaw then, and he is battling... Oh, Martel's back ahead of him then, so I wonder if Dan has also made a little mistake.
Mistakeette.
A mistakeette, yes. So as I say, yeah, I don't see that chicane really as being a passing zone. I have made moves into this final corner in the Skippy, but then that's a different beast entirely.
Where haven't you? Oh,
what happened?
just
So
left there.
I think he got a couple of wheels just on the grass there, maybe, and just pulled the car off the track for him. Bit unfortunate. And then, so he had two incidents then. So one mistake, and then into the back of Dan Hill in the braking zone there. And that's a pretty tricky corner. Well, a lot of them are on this track. This is a really cool corner, though. As they pop over this crest, they've got this long sweeping left-hand corner, full 180 degrees. Brilliant corner. You're just waiting to see when you can get on throttle and not run too wide on the exit, as Dave does superbly there.
These two are flying, but Namath's matching them.
Yeah, it's a shame he's got that penalty hanging over him because he's putting in a storming drive right now.
Yeah, and look at that lap. Yeah, Sherman, something went wrong. He got an 8-second lap time. No one's going to beat that. Yeah, it looks like they ran the wrong configuration for this car.
Yes, no, absolutely. I mean, I understand that because obviously we're following the official series layouts and stuff, which is why we are running this layout, but sometimes you just think, what were they thinking of?
It's one of those cases.
Yeah. Here's Nathan Parker then, and is that Dan Hill who's had a problem? Oh, Messenger round as well.
Still going off.
Yeah. So I presume Dan Hill must have missed the braking zone for that chicane and had to creep through the tyres there and just serve a slowdown. Here's Dean Perry then, currently running 7th in the club's Club 1500 split.
Yeah, he's been off track a few times, I've noticed.
Yes.
Having the best day. Look at the gaps already for some of these cars. We're only on lap 6 of 40.
Yeah, and I noticed Dave's rear of his car was moving around as he got on the power coming out of that long left-hander. And I wonder if the tyres are already hitting that Swiss cheese phase where they get a bit overheated and the car gets a bit squirrely on you.
Does Dave like a wild car or a stable car?
Well, you know what Dave's like, he's just, it's all the same, isn't it?
We find there are certain things that he doesn't think that. And someone else missing the chicane there, looks like.
That must be Troy, I believe.
Yeah.
So here's Eric Pusey, currently running in 3rd, but he needs to get ahead of Dan Shaw, who we're now riding on board looking back at Eric. And he also needs to close in on Nico Martel, who is currently the leader in the clubbers.
Yeah, I find Dave often says this all the same, but if you press, then actually he doesn't.
Yeah, he's got views really, hasn't he? Yeah.
Just can't be asked to express them unless you make them.
Yeah. Oh, that's Dan round. You could hear it going before we even saw it moving.
And that is a gift to Eric.
It is indeed, yeah. And
Forrester's got some pace there. He's in the 22s.
yeah, it's such a shame that he had those couple of incidents earlier on because, yeah, he was looking very strong. Wow, that's
Merrin almost to the back of Dave there.
Yeah, I think Dave is starting to struggle with those tyres a bit, actually. He has been complaining about tyres going off on him recently in both the GT3 and the F3, so... Oh, and do you see how close he was to getting his left tyres in the dirt there as he was braking for the chicane? Tyres absolutely on the edge of the track and on the painted line.
Pressure's on.
Pressure is on, yeah. And Merrin is... Let's talk about Merrin's season so far. It's been an absolute incredible performance, tour de force, you might say.
Yeah, I mean, even if he's probably lost 2 wins, one because of a back marker and one because the race was slightly shorter than advertised, and Chua managed to no-stop it, so even sublime driving, he probably could claim 2 more wins.
Yeah, no, absolutely right. Yeah, that Phillip Island one. I mean, even when it went wrong for him, though, I mean, well, it was an incredible that he held onto the car so well. And going off track at Phillip Island is normally a one-way trip to the barriers, and yet he did so well just to keep it pointing the right way, scoot around the incident, get back on track, and he lost 2 places, but still to get a podium after that was quite amazing.
It was indeed. I say we've had 6 rounds, and he's got 3 wins. He could easily be on 5.
Yeah.
Obviously, your best 6 results count. So if he gets a win this race or next race, and if he hadn't had those misfortunes, he could have got a perfect score.
Yeah. So I'm thinking. So obviously, yeah, the Ruds Kogan one was the one with the miscalc where Tor managed the no stop, but the other one, oh, look at this then. That's
one of making up places with his pace and.
Yeah, and is that Dan Shaw, the 87, though, that is, he was like struggling a little bit as he bumped on the curbs.
Yeah.
Just ahead of them. But I was going to say, yeah, so, penalty. Drive through for Dean Perry. Already for too many incidents. That's a shame for him.
Already on lap line.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's going to be a long old pit lane as well, because look at that. You pick up it's the normal pit lane, which means you've got to go all the way round the outside of the normal final corner. It's a long pit lane here. Yeah, so turn 1, you can very easily lose the back of the car. Then you've got this tricky turn in here through the left. You've got to set yourself up for this right-hander. Another incident for Forrester, and that's Joe Barlow in the back markers blue and black car. That's a huge shame again. As I was saying, yeah, that right-hander is really, really tricky as you pop over that crest, and then immediately on the brakes for the next right-hander here, which is where we had the incident earlier between Namath and Messenger.
Well, I'm glad you know the track, because as I said, I haven't driven it. You've driven everything.
I haven't driven everything, but yeah, no, I've...
Everything we race.
Yeah. Dave and I did a lot of laps here in Project Cars 2, but in the KTM X Crossbow. But we did the short layout, so when it pops over the hill after that turn 3, it just goes down and then there's a little right-hander and it takes to the back end of the circuit. You just saw it in there.
But was the track actually anything like this? Oh! Dave's made a mistake.
Wow.
Merrin is no invitation required.
That was an amazing move by Merrin there. And it's as I say, I mean it's not an easy place to. It's not an easy car to take on your own, let alone with another car trying to overtake you at the same time.
Dave thought about going around the outside and swooping left, but backed out. Looks like Perry's in the pits to service drive-through.
Yeah, it's going to take him a long time to get through there. Look at the gap Merrin has opened up already, 7 tenths in just half a lap.
Yeah, Dave needs to reset and get back on it to see if he can match the pace of Merrin now.
So come through the chicane. Wow! Merrin's back tyre really so millimetres away from the dirt there. He's really pushing hard to open that gap now.
As you said, he's just been crazy good this season. He's places his car perfectly. Just drives on the limit.
And if you ever watch his streams, it doesn't look like he's even struggling or trying either. Oh, so here's a replay. So, Chris dropped it on his own and Joe spun in sympathy. What a huge shame.
Well, at least they didn't come together.
No. .2 seconds now is the lead for Merrin Hugavin over David Line. He is flying.
And he doesn't need to do this either. Where Chur is, all Merrin needs to do is, well, nothing really.
Yes.
He can pull over at this point.
Well, he could, but obviously, he wants he can't have every single win for himself, but he can certainly make sure that there is a win for the Wizards in every single round. And if he wins that one, it will be 7 from 7 for the Wizards team. Oh, look at that, Dan Shaw just off the road on the corner exit there.
I'll let you know here, Michael, mate.
Sensible. Oh,
Cheers,
Dean
dude.
Pennell.
Okay.
Dean Perry has really struggled with this round, unfortunately, and he is now out of the race due to too many incident points. And we've got a move going on here. Eric Pusey and Nathan Parker diving down the inside into the chicane.
That was forceful.
Yeah, but I think if you've got a pace differential, then yeah, you should be able to do it, but it was brave stuff.
It's not really Eric's fight, and he's not really keeping it with Martel, so I guess second is probably what he's looking at this race, unless something goes wrong.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And he's got Graham Barsley charging down behind him as well.
Ooh. No worries there, buddy.
Oh, has Nico just made a mistake there? Because we just heard him on the radio. There's
Yeah,
Troy
he's
ahead of him.
lost 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was up over 5 a second ago, and look at that.
It was 7 last I looked.
Looks like he's regrouped now.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a replay of whatever that was.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, Dave does have no answer to Merrin's pace.
Yes, he's Merrin has just uncorked himself and gone, hasn't he? Here comes Graham Bardsley then on Eric Pusey. Oh, can you get it stopped? Just about. And that's Dave Round. Wow. Dave Linus spinner, and looks like he must have lit it up out of the chicane there and just couldn't get the tyres cooled down, and round he went. Judging by the tyre marks on the road. Look, you can see it there.
Yeah. It's either him or one of the others. We've had...
Well, I assume that was Dave, but we'll wait for the replay to confirm it. So Graham is definitely through Eric Pusey then, and the smart move for Eric now is just to hang on behind Graham and see if he can just tow him up and onto the back. Someone was off the road again there.
Do you think some of these drivers didn't practice enough, given how tricky the track is?
Maybe so. Wow. God, someone nearly hit the wall there coming out of that corner. That was Dan Shaw, I believe, behind Chris Forrester. Nearly clipping the pit wall.
Yeah, for all his adventures, Chris is up to 4th, so that's not bad.
No, he's doing really well. He's 24 seconds off the lead of the Club 1500, but as we've seen, everyone is having an adventure or two, apart from Merrin, has to be said. And Josh Namath now up into second place, courtesy of Dave's spin, so there's a 4-second gap between them. Can Joshka hang on for second place, or can Dave claw it back? We'll wait and see.
Yeah. They were looking at similar lap times, so if Joshka can make no mistakes, then it might be okay, but it's a long old race, this one. We've still got almost 3/4 of it left.
Yeah. And Graham now has Michael Messenger in very short company behind him, and he's pushing fast.
That's about the only battle at the moment on the track.
Yeah, but it shows you, I mean, like, you know, Graham has been pushing fast and getting through the clubbers as he works his way up from the back of the field. Messenger obviously on a recovery drive, but he wasn't in shot when Graham was going past Eric a couple of laps ago. It shows you how quickly he's latched onto him.
Says indeed.
Now, believe it or not, this could be a passing place, as we saw with Merrin earlier. Oh, Troy round. Oh, no. Oh, well held on the brakes there. That was squeaky bum time. Dan Hill is now in the fight, and he's just let these guys through. Smart driving there from Dan.
Barlow's off the track.
This might be like Rods Kogan again, where we get how many drivers had a drive-through penalty that day.
Yeah, I can't remember the numbers. We'll have to look it up, but it could be more than that today.
It was very high, yeah, but we had a bigger grid, obviously. But yeah, maybe everyone gets DQ'd this time.
The drivers complain that the incident limit is too few, but they just need to drive slower.
Yeah, wow, did you see that? Messenger nearly had a repeat of Dave's accident there. He was very sideways, having a big tank slapper as he came out of the chicane there.
Oh, his direct drive paid for itself there, didn't it?
Yeah. Didn't lose any time though with that. Crazy.
Hopefully he's remembered to charge his wheel.
Oh god, he's got one of those weird Bluetoothy ones, isn't he? Oh, it's Graham. Wow,
He's
I wonder
held
if-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he does. He has a wheel that's not wired into the thing. You have to charge it. It's like, it just seems an obvious flaw. 'Cause
Yeah, why
you have
would
to
you
remember to charge it. It's
Just
already
don't-
done for one of their endurance races.
Don't introduce another point of complication or failure into your system. It's madness. It's like Nico racing with his wireless VR headset, and how many times did he lose a race because of...
I mean, I think it failed on him at least twice, maybe 3 times.
Yeah, I can think of 2 definitely, but I'm pretty sure it's actually more. At least he's now wired in. Oh, there we go. Too many instant points drive-through for Troy Adams. We saw him round a lap ago. This is quite-
off the track.
Yeah, it looks like he's stopped, has he? He's got going now.
Yeah. It's weird they don't actually stay on what they've denoted as the track there in those yellow lines.
Well, I mean, partly that's because some of those yellow lines are the real track.
Nate, I'm not going to put up a fight once you catch up to me.
What's Martel talking to? Parker. Okay. Which is sensible because they're in different splits.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Oh, 2 more off. Barlow and Adams have stopped. Miller's just gone past them.
Oh, there is Joe.
Oh, his car looks like it's lost its wing.
I was going to say, is his front wing missing? Yeah. Yes, it has. Oh, he's going to tow.
Yeah, it's underneath him, isn't it?
Oh, that's a huge shame. Unlucky Joe. Hopefully you get a replay of your demise. Not because I want to celebrate it or anything. I'm just curious to see what happened.
Haven't had many replays yet.
No. Had a few at the start, and then, yeah. I mean, this is a great battle, though. I'm quite enjoying watching...
I'm just trying to pace myself. It's a long race. I'm not even halfway.
Good point, Nathan.
Given the fact that he was the wrong way round at the start,
Well, eventually, when you catch up, I'm not going to put up a fight.
he's not too
I
far.
made a big mistake at the hairpin. That's why I wasn't on you.
No, indeed, yeah. God, I was just having a little chat, and despite how challenging this track is...
He must have found a straight.
Yeah. This is why I don't race with the radio on, because I spend most of my time swearing at myself.
Let's see what kind of impact Miller can make. He needs to find 20 seconds to get him in place back. I think
Well, he's
holding
very-
the fastest lap at the moment.
Well, he went faster than Tour's 8-second lap.
The fastest legal lap that makes sense.
Oh, Graham nearly lost it there. He was getting a bit sideways, bit of a slapper going on, but he's kept it pointing in the right direction now.
Then he's into the pits.
Ah, no, is this his scheduled stop? He does like to split the race quite evenly in terms of his fuel.
Hope he's got a nice gap to come out into then.
Well, there aren't that many cars, so you'd assume it's doable, but we'll wait and see.
Oh, look, there's
Oh,
Juz. Oh, he's
missed his box. That's going to add a second or two, and off he goes.
No
So, yeah.
tyres, so I guess tyre wear isn't an issue here.
You'd think it is because it's so skatey. It's a really, really slidey track in the F3. I mean, I just never felt like I had enough downforce on it.
Well, looking at Graham sometimes, yeah, it is very slidey.
Yeah.
Another off hill.
I think we're pretty similar on pace too.
He's stopped on track. There he is.
Yeah, I noticed that, but it's okay.
And here's
You'll pull
Rob
away.
charging up onto the back of Dan Shaw.
Rob, mate, I'll let you go soon. Just when it's convenient.
Now, does Rob listen to the radio or not? I don't think he does. Whoa, he's down the inside into turn 5. This is... Oh, he's gone off!
He's caught the
I'm so
inside
sorry,
there.
man. I'm so sorry.
He's in the wall! Oh, no!
I thought I gave room. Oh, Christ.
Yeah, you did. You did. It looked like Rob just went a bit too far on the inside and caught the inside dust, and that just kicked him round.
Yeah, he was... I mean, the speed differential between the two cars was pretty immense. Oh, he's got a properly mangled front wing, and I saw he had a clonk at the back. Can't see the damage at the rear, but I know it must be there.
He's not had the best of luck with back markers or passing splits in a couple of races.
No, indeed. Yeah, I'm thinking back to Road Atlanta again. I mean, obviously the race of the season, if you ask me, but where he got stuck behind some of the drivers, and as he had an early pit stop.
I'll stay on the inside here. Actually, you can just pass me here.
Yeah, and I think in Alton Park, I don't know if that was in the series where he went around the outside of a back marker and just skated off the track into the wall.
Yeah, it was...
That's the problem. When you get the sequence wrong, it just screws you up the whole bit, doesn't it?
Forrest has stopped. He's in third. He's going again. That's let Dan Shaw right onto the back of him.
And downhill with a drive-through.
God, no point playing.
God, they're a chatty bunch in this race, aren't they?
It's because we weren't there. That's why.
Rob, mate, did
Well, I
hit
don't
you?
listen to it anyway, as I say.
Rob, did I hit
No
you?
one top an eye on them.
No. Oh, Chris Forrester with the drive-through now as well. So the only clubbers that haven't had the drive-through now then are Nico, Eric, and presumably Dan Shaw, I guess. I think every other one has got the drive-through.
Which means they're also quite close to being disqualified.
Yeah.
Because they only get another 5 points until disqualification.
Yeah, I can't remember what the limits are. Is it
It's 12 and 17.
That's a bit juicy.
12 and 17? No, that's interesting. I thought they got past
Yeah, thanks,
Eric.
dear.
and yet here they are going past him again.
I don't know how to make sense. It must have been a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm wondering where the replay
That was spicy to watch.
Maybe they're saving him up for the end.
Maybe.
So Messenger's still stuck behind Bardsley then, who's putting up a storming defence and staying ahead.
Which way you moving, Rob?
Let's get past Rob there.
Thank you.
Everyone's calling Rob on the radio, but
Rob, if you're like considerably faster than me, I'll let you back off.
I don't think he can hear you. Oh, someone's going round, I can hear it.
What?
It's Nathan.
No.
Mr. Pottymouth.
Nate, that sucks.
Oh, language, Nico.
What did he say? I thought he said Nath, that sucked.
Oh, I thought he said the F-bomb.
No, I think that was suck. Oh, that's brought Bardsley and Messenger onto the back of him. So now we have a three-bay battle for the podium.
Taking a look at that, and bearing in mind Joshka has pitted already though, and he's the only one who has. And he's only 4 seconds
It's all right,
behind
I kept that
Messenger. Yeah. So this could work out quite tidily for Joshka still. Dave's back into second, but obviously has yet to pit. Nathan in third, yet to pit. Merrin in the lead, obviously yet to pit. And then we've got Graham in fourth and Michael in fifth. And Joshka in sixth. Rob's a lap down. And Tor is out.
Yeah, Dave's slowly reeling Merrin in, but you got to imagine that Merrin is just driving Sunday drive now.
Well, why risk it on a difficult circuit?
Yeah, exactly.
And let's take a look at the club 1500 leaderboard at the moment then, and it's Nico Martel who's still leading the race in a commanding lead of now 12 seconds ahead of Eric Piusi, who is in second place, who needs to be ahead of him if he wants to keep his championship alive.
I'll let you by on the straight.
Martel's just easing top split people fast and not worrying about it. He's driving a great race here. And we've got Dan Hill, who is in fourth place ahead behind Dan Shaw. And then we've got Chris Forrester in fifth. Joe Barlow is in sixth. That's a replay of Nathan making the mistake.
No.
Oh, we just saw in the live footage there, it was Graham Barsley nearly getting into the back of Nathan. Here we are on board with the stupid Aguri. Wizard closing in behind him.
If they've chosen their livery for next season, the Lotus 79s, it will be a Ligier livery. So they are stupid Aguri.
You're going to expect me to pronounce it right, like McLaren.
I know you will never pronounce it right.
I keep saying McLaren. I've seen the...
Just think, blood.
Yeah, I know.
Claret.
Yeah. I've seen the McLaren livery, actually, for next season. It looks very nice indeed for the Lotus.
It does.
Back then. Sorry, buddy.
I don't know if the stupid Aguri team are just going to take one from Trading Paints or if they're going to modify it a bit to run it. Probably take the lazy route.
Yeah, the ETM is going to be running as the ATS team. And again, yeah, can they be bothered to modify it or not? There is a plan. And I saw, is it Mark Zeff who wants to run the Alfa Romeo Marlboro livery?
Yeah, which looks like a McLaren.
It does, but as we were discussing on the Discord, that it was the Alfa Romeo team that ran that kind of livery first. The older McLaren livery was a bit more solid red.
Yeah,
Think back to like James Hunt's
didn't
time.
know.
So assume
That
pits.
I learnt.
Yes.
Someone's coming in. Graham's coming in.
Well, I think pit stops must be happening in the clubbers as well, because Nico's gap is now 39 seconds to Dan Shaw in second, and Eric is now in third. So he must have pitted.
I think someone's on the commentary room's door. Someone was just saying, "Sorry, I didn't know you were doing comms tonight. Sorry."
No, I didn't hear that.
Turkey. We shouldn't run a racing league. We should run a turkey farm.
Yeah. Lap 24 of 40 then, and here is our race leader Merin Hugovin in the pit lane for his scheduled stop.
This is going to be probably the most taxing thing he has to do for the rest of the race.
Well, as you can see, as I said before, it's a very, very long pit lane here, having to go all the way round the outside of the normal final corner. And
He's
Chunter.
actually sacrificed the lead to Dave.
Oh, he's taking tyres, look.
He has so much time.
Probably stopping for a sandwich and a cup of tea as well.
Maybe a pastry.
Yeah. Oh, he's Belgian. Probably waffles and... Oh,
Belgian?
He's not Belgian.
He's not
No,
Belgian.
he's Dutch, isn't he? So
He's
no.
Dutch.
No, who am I? I'm thinking of Eric, sorry. Yeah.
And Dave, who isn't Belgian.
Dave's not Belgian. What do the Danish like to have then? Well, pastry.
They like to pastries, yeah.
The waffles and... Wow! Oh! Dan Shaw, two wheels on the dirt there, and Graham coming up behind him, who had the spin. Well, Dan seems to be taking out all the top split here. Let's hope Merin doesn't get too close to him. I was even looking at Merin's flag when I said that.
Oh dear. Like I said, turkey farm.
It's my broken LOA mug. It's just hurting my brain and making me upset. I mourn for my mug. I drink so much tea out of the damn thing. I had to wash it like 4 times a day.
Oh well, maybe you should buy 3 when you replace it.
They're like £9.
Yeah, but like it's future proofing, isn't it? You know.
In-
Next time you
yeah.
break one, you can just put it in the next one.
It won't be the same though. Like
Just
snow.
stick it back together.
No. Once you've broken one, it's in the bin. It's like Snowflake 2 in The Simpsons, you know. Snowball, wasn't it?
Snowball.
I've noticed a lot of the drivers are... wow, look at that. As I say it, there's Nathan Parker really playing with fire, putting 2 wheels on the dirt as he lined up for the left-hander.
They like to live dangerously. That's why so many of them have already got drive-throughs.
Yeah. So, Dave Lyon back in the lead of top split. But as you can see from that 25-second gap, he has yet to pit, unlike Maren Hugevin in second place. Not sure if Nathan's pitted yet, who's running in third. We know Joshua has, who has just moved up ahead of Michael Messenger. Is Messenger in the pits then? Here is Maren. So that's, yeah, actually, that's Nico Martel just running behind him, actually. So it's the de facto leaders in the 2 splits.
Yep, just one
Yeah.
having pitted and one having not pitted.
Indeed, yeah.
Are you looking forward to the Lotus 79 season?
I am. I really like the car, actually. It's a heck of a lot of fun. I think the only thing about it, though, is obviously you drive it and you feel like you're going quick. As we saw when we did that test race with Reese at Spa, I could just about hang on to him, and I felt quite confident in it. And then we did an official, and they're doing like 4 or 5 seconds a lap faster than us. It was quite embarrassing.
I don't think it's quite that bad, but I think the gaps are going to be bigger than they are in this car.
Yeah,
Especially
are you looking
with
forward
3
to it?
seasons in there.
True.
Yeah, something different to race.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. And I suppose, I've been hinting about it for a little while. Can talk about the new USF 2000 Championship. So that'll be coming next season. And it'll be run at GT3 time. So it's for the people like myself and Eric who just don't really enjoy GT3 racing. But I know a lot of the people in the league do. So I am going to be advertising it more for people to come into the league and start racing it, as opposed to trying to attract our regular racers to come and do it. So yeah, it's for the people who don't like GT3 and who would rather not race it, and if you'd rather do something different, then this is available, and hopefully we can attract some new people in the league, some fresh blood, and build our profile a little bit more.
Well, hopefully. I take it won't be any videos or too complicated in admin, because we're already fully occupied.
No, I don't think. Unless we can get a new videographer in, I don't know if I could be out. If I've got the capacity to do it.
So this is a turn up and drive and have fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other thing as well, because I'm thinking, it's sort of like, what can we do to differentiate this race as well from? Because the last thing I want is to turn it into what we've seen for like with Maren this season, with them putting in sweating like 600 laps of practice for a race and stuff, and it should just be like, do an hour or so, that'll do, hit the track and have a race, have a laugh. And but it's whether we do sort of 2 20-minute races with like a reverse grid top 8, or do we do a full reverse grid, or is that going to be carnage? Do we just do one half-an-hour race? You know, these things we still need to discuss and get ironed out before January.
Well, I tried to get them to try release their random track from the list for the Lotus 79 an hour before, say, so you got an hour of practice. And they haven't gone for it. They want to know the whole schedule in advance.
I think, yeah, but I mean, I think the thing is, though, the Lotus season and GT3, you know, they are our sort of marquee championships, along with the next gen NASCAR series that Jake and Jason run on the Oval Division. You know, they're our marquee series, and I think to put some sort of Mickey Mousey system of releasing the tracks like that I don't think that's a good idea for those.
The reason to do it is because you don't get hours and hours of practice before a race. You get the practice session, and it just makes it fair. But I get that the fact that you don't have to choose a round.
Yeah,
It would level the playing field. What I have managed to do is most of them seem to be up for a fixed
Mike,
setup.
I'll let you go soon, mate.
So
yeah,
it looks like it'll be a fixed setup series next season.
Nico Martel in the pit lane then, as is Nathan Parker. Just going to back up into third place, and that will become second when Dave finally makes his stop. We're on board with Dave now. Is he going to keep straight on to go into the pit lane? No, not this lap.
Look at the cut you can do on that.
Yeah, well, it's just like a bit of a painted on curve, isn't it? It's nonsense. This is a good corner because you've really got to get the turning point right and fight the understeer to line up for turn 2. And then a classic bit of American numbering system on this, because it's like turn 3A and turn 3B. They're 2 separate corners. It's dumb.
Corners that aren't corners, corners that are corners, but
don't have a number. Yeah. Classic. It's like, when is a corner not a corner? How about the stretch of track between turns 1 and 3 at Road America? It's not a corner. And some of the S's at the start of Road Atlanta aren't classed as corners, and yet they're way more cornery than the kink halfway down the back straight, which is a corner. Never mind.
This is for position then, Shaw and Pusey.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's Dave going for his pit stop.
Yes, Dave going for his pit stop, yeah.
Nearly was Dave going into the back of Eric.
Well, make a change from it being Dan causing
Yes.
the top split to crash. Lap 31 of 40 then. Oh, and as a reminder, actually, I just mentioned Oval Division earlier on. The next championship season of the ARCA series is starting up quite soon.
Indeed.
And that's a Friday race, isn't it? Oh no, so when is it? Saturday UK time, sort of 9 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah. So, taking tyres Merrin took, and also it looks like Dave's been running a pretty good pace, because the gap's now only 4 seconds. It was 12 before Merrin pitted.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave's
So
been
assuming
pushing
that those new tyres means that probably Merrin's just going to pull away, given the fact that he was faster anyway.
Yeah, if you fancy doing some ARCA racing on, and it's mostly free tracks, isn't it, on that? So you've only got to buy the car. I think there's 2 paid tracks this season, but they're ones that I think most people have. Oh, DQ for Chris Forrester. Too many.
4th place.
Yeah, what a shame.
Mate, I was trying to let you by and you just fucking pushed.
Joe Barlow seems a bit upset.
that was Forrester that he was talking to. I would guess so.
Yeah. Well, Joe is out, it says.
No, I think he's having some issues there.
Oh, yeah. Eric's still stuck behind Dan Shaw. This is the battle for second place in Club 1500. And Dan has been struggling, you'd have to say, relative to his normal efforts. He's been pretty dominant since the last few rounds, hasn't he, in various things. After his first win at Rudskogen in the Formula 3 on debut in our Formula 3 series, he then followed it up with the win in the next GT3 round, and I think did he win the next F3 round as well? I think he won. I think he won like 4 races back to back, something like that. Yeah.
I don't think he likes this track.
Drive through for Joe Barlow. Yeah, no, I think you're right. Dan's not a fan.
Pit exit.
Just like he's also not a fan of Annie. That gap's coming down at the front, look. Oh, I like that. 122.324 for Merrin, and a 122.234 for Dave. And Joshka's still doing oh no, it's 123, beg your pardon. So Joshka's pace has fallen off slightly compared to those two. He's now a good 15 seconds back from Merrin at the front.
Yeah. But also a good 30 seconds ahead of his nearest rival as well.
Yeah. So we've got the hint of a battle at the front between Dave and Merrin still. Personal best for Nathan in 4th. Apart from that, it seems like most of these fights are over.
Yeah, just going to see if Eric can, where he comes out of the pits, I guess. Can he jump down in the pits? Or are they going to come out and battle?
So does Eric not pitted? I didn't see him go in yet, but
I don't think so. But then maybe I missed it.
Maybe that's why he was behind Dan. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, if he has already pitted, then it's pretty much over.
Yeah. I think he has, but 5 laps to go. We'll find out very soon.
Rob Miller's still running. I'm surprised. I'm surprised he hasn't thrown in the towel.
Well, there's nothing else to do, is there?
Oh yeah, Busey did stop. He did a 6.1 second stop.
Yeah, there we go, see? That'll be why he was stuck behind Dan then. Wow, look at that. 50s. You're running third and you're 50 seconds off the lead of your split. I wonder if we'll see anything like that in future races.
Probably.
Wait and see. Gap holding steady, about 3.9 seconds then between Merrin and Dave for the win of this race. And Dave's nearly on screen with Merrin. He just keeps popping in as the camera changes.
Yeah, you can see him, give him a bit of an incentive to push, but it's a tall order.
Oh, personal best for Merrin as well. 122.0, 122.1 for Dave. They are matching each other's pace there, just about.
They are, but you have to wonder, is Merrin holding anything in reserve? He's just been... I mean, when Dave made the mistake and Merrin got past him, Merrin just sailed away.
He did, yeah.
And Dave made a mistake trying to keep up.
And I'm thinking of Merrin's performance at Fuji when he was fuel saving like a crazy man all race, and then the moment he needed to turn the pace on at the end of the race, he did, and his lap times were just electric, weren't they?
Yeah, as soon as he knew he had enough fuel to get to the end, he just stopped following Rob and just blew him away.
Went. Yeah, yeah. And Rob is scarily fast. And to see the way that, I think Rob still had to fuel save, but the way that Merrin just went and pulled up a huge gap to win the race was just incredible. Yeah, stunning stuff.
Yeah, look at that, Rob, 22-0 personal best.
Yeah, 0-0-0. Love it. That's what you get from working in Formula One, that kind of precision of a lap time. I'm going to say at 22 dead. Absolutely dead. That's one of those really scary corners because obviously it's blind and, you're popping over a crest, the car's all unsettled and you've just got to trust that the curb on the exit is there. And yeah, the way Merrin just did that made it look effortless, but it's not. It's every lap it's terrifying. Yeah, look at that gap, still staying around that 3.9 second mark. Oh, Nico Martel, you could hear the tyres starting to lose traction as he came out of turn 2 there.
Yeah, he's dancing in the car road.
He really is, yeah. Nice to see that he's not had to pull over with any headset issues and now he's got that lead.
Well, hopefully that's not commentator curse right there.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure he's now got this wired connection, so that we're safe from that. But yeah, it could have another failure,
It's very hilly here, isn't it?
Oh, it's crazily hilly. I think I described it when I did a hot lap tutorial thing for the Radical here, and it's basically when you're bored of Laguna Seca and a desert hilly track, you come here instead.
Thank you, Dan.
I mean, it looks very like Laguna, doesn't it, in terms of the vegetation and stuff.
Yeah, the palette.
Yes.
They use the same palette.
Totes.
Staying left.
Oh, downhill instructing someone. Who's he getting past?
I think he was being passed.
Ah.
Like he was staying left.
Yes.
You're right. Dave passed. Just 2 laps to go, though.
Yeah, 2 laps of... And it hasn't been the most enthralling of races, unfortunately. I mean... I think it would be hard pushed for any race to top the amazing excitement of Road Atlanta this season, which by far and away was the best race of this season. Just an absolute mesmerising battle all race long. And if you haven't seen that video, please do go and check it out. Oh, drive through there for Dan Shaw.
Oh no.
Oh, and there's him recovering from the spin that pushed him over the limit.
Yeah, we've been spoiled with quite a few of the races this season, and you're always gonna suffer from drivers dropping out at the end of the season when they don't have a chance. So.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Phillip Island was amazing as well, and I think Zolder was good as well. Rudskogan, very good race as well. That was really entertaining. Fuji, very good race as well. Yeah, I can't think. And Alton Parker opening the season as well. Who can forget Merrin's incredible move around the outside of Dave through Druids to take the lead of the race? That was just an absolutely amazing move as he put it on the reigning champion at the time as well.
A statement of intent.
It really was, yeah. And here he is now. He's on the brink of becoming the new Formula 3 champion in the Limited Adhesion. Lap 39 of 40, and with Tour's early demise in this race, it's all done and dusted, you'd have to say.
Yeah. If Joe didn't get at least third here, it was all over.
Yeah. So here he is then, the final lap of the race for Merrin Hugavin. He's
Taking it easy now, the gap's really coming down.
Yeah. He's been on the podium every single race. He and Tor have won every single race this season. It's been a truly dominant season for this Wizards team. I don't think we haven't seen something like this yet, actually, in the LOA, which is quite surprising. You know, we've normally had 2 or 3 drivers duking it out, but to see something like this has been quite an impressive display.
Yeah, they made a commitment to really put the hours in to get on top of the car.
Yeah. Oh, he's made a mistake on the final lap through the chicane, but he doesn't care, because in 1 corner's time he's going to be an LOA champion. And we thought this would come a lot sooner when he first started with us in the Formula Renault 2.0. That hint of the speed was there. There he is then. Congratulations, Meren Hugavin, winner at Sonoma and the LOA Season 6 F3 champion.
Congratulations, Meren.
Yeah, and David Lyon, our triple champion and last season's champion, he finishes in 2nd place, just behind him.
And he will now be responsible posting the trophy to Meren.
That was horrendous.
Very true.
It's like Dave's run out of fuel or had enough there.
Yeah. Josh Kanameth comes home 3rd for the ETM. Congratulations to him. That was a great drive.
I changed my mind about Red Bull Ring. This is my least favourite piece of tarmac on earth.
Strong opinion from Shaw there.
Yeah.
It's a lovely
Nico's happy.
track then.
Congratulations, Nico Martel. You've been waiting for that win for a long time.
Couple more laps, Nico.
So pleased to see you finally get it, mate. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, good race, guys. Guess I had a little bit of home field advantage, only living like 30 minutes from here.
Now, well done, Nico, mate. You earned it. Bloody smurf.
Congrats, Meren. Thank you.
Oh, it's really nice to see Nico finally getting that win. He's been threatening it for a while. It's felt very like it's on its way and it's coming close, but equipment failures or bad luck and incidents have always put pay to it. So to see it finally happen is fantastic. Let's hope he can carry that performance forward into the Lotus 79 next season. And of course that final race at Kota in the Formula 3. Donuts for Meren Hugavin though as the winner and champion.
I'll join you up there, Meren. See if I can figure out how to do some donuts. I don't win very often. Please do.
It's just like, actually, Nico won last race, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
He won. Yeah, he won Fuji.
Oh, I beg his pardon. So he says he doesn't win very often. He just does the double.
So that's 2. Yeah, 2 from 2.
So that wire connection has really sorted him out. Because I remember it was Ruds Kogan where he had another failure there with the headset. So
Look at all that extra fuel they got left.
yeah. Completely ruined the car park.
Yeah.
So some lovely slow-mo shots of Dave being pursued by Meren. 88 and 89, look. So Meren Hugavin wins the race and the championship. David Lyon in 2nd, Josh Kanameth in 3rd. Nathan Parker was in 4th, Michael Messenger in 5th. And Graham Barsley was in 6th, Rob Miller in 7th. And Tor Malarin, what an agonising way to have the championship slip away from him. Came home in 8th place with the early retirement. And in Club 1500, Nico Martel makes it 2 wins from 2. He's now really got the bit between his teeth. And Eric Pusey finishes in 2nd place and has that dented his championship hopes. We wait and see. Dan Shaw is in 3rd. Downhill in 4th with Joe Barlow, his teammate, just behind him in 5th. Chris Forrester got DQ'd, as did Troy Adams, Dean Perry, and James Pepper, an early retirement as well. So, championship standings then. I think you know what's coming. There it is then. Maren Hoogerveen 285 points ahead of Tourmaline on 200 in second place. Rob Miller in third. David Lyon now up into fourth place ahead of Oliver Walker, who was not in this race. Josh Kanamoff is up one, as is Nathan Parker. Now we've got Don Parker, Graham Barsley, Gavin Kelly, Nick Burke, Stephen Greening, Winslade, Stephen Maxwell, Messenger Ettridge, Rhys Crichton, and Geordie Speckens in 18th place.
Yeah, I guess it's all now who's going to get second.
Well, it's pretty much nailed on for Tour, isn't it? Or can Dave still get it?
It's Dave and Rob.
Dave
within
and
a few
yeah.
points of him, yeah.
Ooh.
So Pusey, with Mark Innes not being there, has leapt ahead, and so has Martel. So I know Mark's got drops already, so they've given themselves a fighting chance going into the last round. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
But for now, Eric Pusey is on top, followed by Martel, Innes, Hill, and then further down we've got Costa, Dean Perry, Joe Barlow, and Dan Ashaw.
Slow-mo replay of this agonising start with Miller's clutch failure. Tour with a great start and nowhere to go.
Oh, his wing goes. Yeah.
Oh, there's the wheels coming off the wagons.
And usually iRacing will put them back on for you, even if they come off, but it didn't happen. Not now.
No.
Rob's wheel was gone. I think, yeah, that's Chill's reattached, but Rob's didn't.
Look at Joshka with the...
Yeah, Namath squirreling around there. And it looks like Pusey had to go around Parker.
Yeah.
Probably because Parker hesitated seeing Rob stopped.
Crazy stuff. Taking a look at the Club 1500 standings, no point talking about the top split ones because no real change. The back markers back on top, though, in the clubbers. Ahead of Wizards Transmutation. Yeah, it's super, super close. QRS in third with Eric and his incredible scoring run. Blastoff Racing up to fourth, look. Wizards Illusion down one. And CC Racing no change in sixth. DJ Sinsport are up one place ahead of Perry Racing Team. And then we've got Team Heap together. The very back markers: Jet Speed Racing, DSR, Ferocious Crew, MGL Racing, and TRH Motorsport. And Carnage continues as we saw Nathan going round. Got a replay here. This is Joe Barlow and Dan Hill, the two teammates.
Wow.
I don't think they'd make mistakes if the cars were this slow.
Oh, you'd still do it. You'd still get. Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah, well done to Maren, a fantastic and richly deserved championship. As a reminder, though, you can find us at limitofadhesion.com and facebook.com/limitofadhesion. Please do like the videos. It does help the channel grow, and do subscribe if you haven't already. Come say hi on Discord. Cheers, Jules.
Cheers, Gareth. Speed.
Yeah, see you then.